in China for 1.5 weeks from America.
That much already?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. I got back on a Thursday morning, so a week and some. Yeah. And we've been getting out and about, and the weather, it's in typical Luzhou fashion. It was super, super hot, and then yesterday it rained.
Bang.
And now it's going to be cold and rainy for the next 2 months. But that's good news for us. It's no longer too hot to leave the house. And we've already been getting out some. We went to our favorite pork rib restaurant for dinner, for our anniversary dinner. And it was delicious. It's a pork rib.
How many anniversaries?
9. We've been together. We've been married 9 years. And this place is famous in Luzhou. They serve a delicious spicy pork rib on a shovel.
Very shishi.
It's very shishi. It's very like because the design of the restaurant when it first opened, our friend Andrea calls them kung fu restaurants because they're very like old China decor and like the waiters.
Even though it's like in an apartment style modern building, it's the walls are all fake logs.
Yeah, and it just is like themed to look very old China, and the waiters would wear these costumes, and it was fun. But the shovel aspect of it, I've heard Chinese friends say like, no, that's not a thing. But I guess it's just like people serve stuff in weird dishes.
Well, it kind of looks like something...
Creative plating is always a...
Yeah, it looks like New York-y.
Yeah.
Something to do.
Yeah, and it comes with these skinny little French fries underneath that absorb all the spicy juices.
So nice.
It's so good. It's our favorite place. It was the first place when we moved away for a year and came back. That was the first place we went when we came back. And it is often the first place we go when we travel other places.
And it was here. It didn't come here until after we came here.
Yeah.
And so we were afraid it was going to close the entire time. This entire time. Until to this day. Every time before we go, we're like, make sure we call ahead.
Still open.
Because that's a Luzhou and China thing.
Yeah, stuff just is gone.
Yeah, just to make
no
sure.
warning,
But it keeps
no
sticking in there.
And they had a recent remodel, too. 2 years ago, remodel. But
well,
it looks
used
good.
To be, there was more of a costume theme kind of thing going on.
Yeah, they've kind of dialed back on the costuming and the styling of the room itself is kind of toned down.
The staff was a lot of more maybe college kids, maybe high school kids, I don't know, because they used to be a lot more playful and now they're all professionals and buttoned up.
Yeah, it's very serious. And the it's just like a shirt from the restaurant. It's not any kind of special.
Yeah, they used to, like, the kids would all wear them like wild pirate style.
Yeah. But they looked like, martial arts fighting might break out at any moment, but now they look like waiters. Which is fine.
It takes away a little bit of the fun, but it's still a riotous fun because it's so busy.
Yeah.
It's a popular place, and it's a popular and not in a shishi way. It's definitely like table party fun.
That's where people go to celebrate fun things.
And the food has not gone downhill.
Yeah. And the big change they made was they used to have a menu that had pictures, which was helpful. I've changed my stance on menus with pictures in China. I used to be all the time against them, but it's been very helpful sometimes in China. But so now they don't have that menu anymore. You come in, they have like the wall by a kitchen with the ingredients of a dish that is going to be prepared. So some of the dishes, like, they don't look like what they look like as raw ingredients, so you kind of have to, like, guess. Like, there's one of the tofu ones we looked at that was like the cake of tofu with the vegetable medley on the side is actually like a stew I saw on someone else's table, and it doesn't look like a stew pre-cooked. But so you go and you look at the dishes and you take a card and then you give all the cards of all the dishes you want to your waiter, and then that's how you order.
Which sounds like all cafeteria and whatnot.
Yeah. But the food is not. The food is really high quality.
It's all fresh and fresh made, which probably one of the reasons why it changes so often from whatever stock menu that you have, that it's just not there sometimes. So
yeah, I guess this is their way of like, we have this, instead of, there would be certain dishes on the menu we'd order all the time and they'd be like, oh, we don't have that. And like, when do you have that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's stop putting out this menu that says we have this, because we don't.
Yeah, which is another one of those Western things that we got used to pretty quickly. You go to your restaurant because you know you want this meal, and you go there and they don't have it, and you're like, what kind of restaurant?
Yeah.
But it's the kind of restaurant that serves fresh food.
Yeah, well, I'd also say Chinese menus are, in general, bigger than fine dining menus would be in America.
Yeah, there's... Well, and people say the more culinary minds that I've seen around here are like to brag how the Sichuan in particular, but Chinese food all overall has like maybe more dishes than any other cuisine. There's stuff that we've never even come close to imagining at this point, even after